Alright Billy, so we had a disappointing homework off you last week, which was a paper 2, and this is going to be the first paper 1 that I've had the opportunity to mark, so let's see how you get on. Good start. 38 and 32, 46, 42, 119 and 81, and so what have we got there? 3, and then I've got 14 and 2, 7 and 4, 3 times 9 is wrong, and you've missed out 28 times 1. So you're only going to get 1 mark there the way that you've worked those out. 7,000 is correct. 57 isn't. What would go into 57? What would go into 57? 9 goes into 57. Three go into 57. 3 goes into 57, doesn't it? 57 divided by 3. 3 goes into 5 once, remainder 2. 3 goes into 27 9 times. 14 is correct, and 6 out of 16 is right, but you haven't answered the question because it's asking you to give it in its simplest form, which will be 3 out of 8, because both of those numbers you can divide by 2. So 1 mark, no mark, 1 mark, 1 mark there. So you dropped quite a few marks on this first page. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pens is correct. Now, even though the maths is right, you're not going to get any marks for the communication. So out of those 5, you are only going to get 3, and then the quality of communication mark is 0. So watch how I explain that on the video clip and how I lay it out. 8, 6, 10, 11. 5 marks on that page. Right. This isn't an XY graph. Okay, we're not plotting coordinates, we're representing data. So hockey, football, cricket, tennis is fine, but what you want to be putting on here is frequency or number of pupils. Those are right. So going back to this one, you're going to lose a mark for how your axis is labelled, but you'll still get 3 for the graph. 55 is correct. 45 is t times 10, not take away 45, it's take away 20. So that one's wrong. It's not 53. I'm not sure where you're getting your 14s from here. Oh yeah, okay, so 8 and 6 is 14, and 14, and 3, and 3, and 5, and 11. You've added that extra 3 there, which you don't need to because you've already added it somewhere else. No, you haven't. 14 and 14, and 3, and 3, and 5, and 11, and 3. So you got your sides right, but you've added that up incorrectly, because 50 is the answer. And then here you're going to get the units mark because that is correct, and then you've done this in quite a complicated way by the looks of things. You've done 14 times 14, and then you've taken away from that 11 times 8. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Can't quite see what's wrong with that, Billy. Hang on. It's 11 times 11. No, it's not. No. It's 11 from there to there. It's this bit that you've gone wrong. What have you? That is 11, that is 8. 11 8s are 88. Right, I got it. That is 14. This isn't 14. This is 11. It's 8 and 3. This one is longer because it's got two lots of 3. So it's not 14 times 14, it's 14 times 11. So you got 14 times 11, so that's wrong. Then you're taking them away. So your method is right. You've got one mistake and your units are right. Okay, so this is 0.4, which is 4/10. That's 30%, which is not a third. 30% you would write as 30 out of 100, which is 3/10. So 3 there. So 7 on that page. Five points, 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. Is right. Draws twice, 3 losses. Good, well done. 2 meters. Is the average man. 1.9 centimeters is 2 meters. 4.9 is about 2.5. Yes, but you haven't finished it. So what you're saying there is that there are 2.5 men in the height of the bus. So then you've got to do 2.5 times the height of the man, which is 2, so it would be 5 meters. So your scale is right, but then you haven't multiplied the 2.5 by the height of the man. So that's 8 for the page. We'll do some work on angle properties. So we will get the chance to practice them. Now then, what you've done wrong here so you've done 180 take away 37. All that you've done wrong, that is correct what you've done there, but what you've missed out is that if that's a rhombus, the sides are the same length, which means that that's an isosceles triangle. So if that's 37, that's 37 too, and then you take those away from 180 to give you that one. This one's right with you, well done. 5 for the page. Good. 25 people, well done. £48. Now what you've done wrong here is you've taken the stake off. So what that should be, you've got 25 people all winning £1.50. So you do £1.50 times 25 to work that out. Then you take it away. You've basically taken the 60 pence off twice. But that would then give you the right answer. So your method is right, but you've just got the wrong value there. This is wrong. This is what we've been practicing in the last week. So you got 5a, take away 6a, which will be minus a, and then you've got 3b, take away b, which is 2b. 50 is correct and 4 is correct. 8 for the page. It's not true, because 2 is a prime number and it's even. And that's not true, because if you divide it, if you half of 18, you get 9, which doesn't end in a 4. Odd and even always makes an odd number? No. If you multiply anything by an even number, you get an even number. That's right. This was something that we did practice. Basically what we've got there are to the powers of 1. So that's not a square number because all the powers aren't even. To make all the powers even, I'd have to multiply by 2 to make it 2 squared, and 3 to make it 3 squared, and 2 times 3 is 6. When you do this in an exam, please use a ruler, please use a pencil. You would lose a mark for that. 75 is correct. It is Tom. It has more longer bars. That isn't necessarily helpful, because if the longer bars are in the lower lengths, then it would be the other way around. So what you want to be saying, it has more longer bars in the higher length logs. So that's not enough to get you those marks. 8 ounces is 230. I haven't totaled those up, have I? So 1 mark on that page. 230 is right, 460 is right, 690 is right. 1 onion is wrong. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. You need to double those. Okay? Those are for 4 people. You need to double them. And the bottom one's wrong as well. So what you need to do is watch how I build those solutions on the video clip. You get 1 mark for the ones that you've got there. And again here, so no, again what you've done here isn't right. So 8 people, so let's have a look, what are we doing? Cream. So for you, 8 people have 160 milliliters of cream. So you divide that by 8 to get 20, and then see how many of those will fit into that. Again, take a look at how I develop that on the video. And 8 is correct there, well done. Okay, Billy, so you think you have scored 70. Let's see how close you get. 12, 17, 25, 32, 40, 45, 53, 58, 59, 61, 64. Well, 64 is a grade C, so well done. It's not quite as good as you were expecting, and you've dropped quite a few marks on a number of the early questions. So it's not going to be difficult for you to shift from 64 to 70. So I'm really encouraged with that, Billy. Well done.